Do you have any last words?
Kiss my ass.
Courtney, hi. Thank you so much for meeting. Appreciate it. I am Vanvalia Fuchs, Assistant to the Attorney General's office. Thank you. Have a seat. We have lots to discuss. The reason I wanted to meet with you is the Attorney General, in concert with the Governor, is reviewing your deal with Rue Morgue and the waiver of appeals and stays in return for a little black book of prostitutes.
It was a deal made in good faith that gave a serial killer and a cop killer the deal.
Yes. Be that as it may, the District Attorney's Office set time with the grand jury, and they chose to indict 168 counts of prostitution. We have a problem. The District Attorney's server was hacked. The entire list with 168 names on it may be sold to the highest bidder, info leaks. No demands to release. Technical Assistance Response Unit is tracking the source. The AG is naming you special prosecutor. All right? We want you as the tip of the spear. A task force to find the leak and prosecute the bastards behind it. You have carte blanche. Any and all resources, handpick your own team.
Let's be real. You don't have an idea about what you think you do about those 168 names on that list. That's beat cops, flatfoots to the ivory tower, and when we get out of that insulated wall of blue, we're talking leaders of churches, industry, business, excuse me. My ex-husband, Carl Greer, has just been found dead. And his name is on that list. Your Superior Attorney General, Conrad Hauser, his name's on that list. You knew that already, didn't you? So that's the reason for this task force?
What do I do?
You arrest him. Attorney General betrayed Naptown. I would tell the AG to find an attorney and an ADAA rep.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I will put a security detail on the AG and you.
Just my opinion, but you're gonna need to put that detail on every name on that list. 167 names.
Wait. You can't just walk away. Please.
I have to rescind myself from this investigation. I have an emotional tie because of Carl Greer. He's my ex-husband. I'm afraid I can't be part of it.
Wait, please. Courtney, you have to help. I cannot do this alone.
Well, I can't protect the AG, but you can.
How do I do that?
It's a gutsy, ballsy move, but you could detain him. Put him away in a safe house until this all blows over. And with Conrad out of the picture, you're now interim attorney general. Continue appointing your team.
Who would you recommend? I mean, humor me.
Well, first, whoever in Taro found that breach. Second, I would recommend Special Investigator Billy Soul. He knows more than anybody about Contrapasso, Rue Morgue, whether this is a revenge or a copycat killer, he'll be able to get to the bottom of it.
But Billy Soul is in retirement, forced medical retirement.
Afraid so, but he's a good option. He's an outsider, he's not insulated. Anybody knows anything about it, it's him. He knows everything about Contrapasso, Rue Morgue. If this is payback or copycat killer, get to the bottom of it.
All right. I mean, what about the others, that are on the list?
If it were me, and what do I know? 2 categories, wall of blue or not. Let God sort them out. And is there anything else I could do? Otherwise, I'm gonna go ID my ex-husband's dead body.
Wait. You're running for office, the DA?
Yes. Is there a second part to that question?
I was just thinking that as special prosecutor during an election year, this could be the final turn of the wrench to crack that nut.
Nice analogy. I'll sleep on it.
We don't have time to sleep.
That's him? Carl Greer. Sorry for your loss. Fuck him. Cause of death?
Hypertropenia is the cause of death. Well, one of them. Which one do you want?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, hypertropenia. The sodium in his blood was low. The victim was completely immobilized, drowned by holy water. 5.6 gallons of holy water ingested in just 3 hours, and that's just an estimate. I don't like distractions, but there is something else that the top screen found. Sodium thiopental, pancuronium bromide, and potassium chloride cocktail for lethal injection was found in his system. The sodium thiopental, it causes unconsciousness. Pancuronium bromide hydrate for muscle paralysis, and potassium chloride to stop the heart.
So, lethal injection, that was the secondary cause of death.
Here, look for yourself.
Hyponatremia is the cause of death. Well, one of them. The sodium in his blood dropped too low, and he was drowned by waterboarding, where water, in this case, holy water, is placed over a cloth, and the breathing passages for Carl, it caused him to experience drowning. He was tortured by waterboarding? The medical examiner notes, normally the water is poured intermittently to prevent death. The crime lab notes that the holy water was used at the same font location as the baptistry in the Immaculate Heart. Trace confirmed the water in Carl Greer's system is one and the same, and the body was found at Immaculate Heart. That is a bold move, taking 5.6 gallons of holy water to a secondary crime scene and moving the body back. The medical examiner noted something else in the talk screen was found that has a connection to the previous case. Contrapasso Rue Morgue, sodium thiopentol, pancuronium bromide hydrate, and potassium chloride. The cocktail for lethal injection was found in his system. Lethal injection, that was the secondary cause of death. Pancuronium bromide hydrate. It was used before the lethal injection. Victim was completely immobilized, drowned by holy water, and then he was given 2 other chemicals of lethal injections.
Repentance is a commandment and a wonderful privilege of God. Repentance is not easy, and sometimes it is painful. Repentance requires humility and change. Do you repent?
I was lax in my reign as king. I committed adultery with the wife of a bishop. I took Kate's daughter as she paid. And although she partook, she is guilty in the eyes of the Lord as well. I fathered a child out of wedlock. I had the bishop killed, and I faked the DNA evidence so that the child would look like his.
Sydney Biggles Jones. Cause of death, lethal combination, sodium thiopentol, pancuronium bromide hydrate, potassium chloride. So the same batch of stolen cocktail was presented to Carl Greer and Sydney Biggles Jones. There's a more diluted version of hydrate that was used on Detective Billy Soule, incapacitating him for 3 days, nearly killing him. Luckily, they're controlled substances with a nationwide shortage. A database was established in AITS, Automated Inventory Tracking System. It must be checked in or out with the medical license number or DEA number. Acme Women's Prison Pharmacy reported the cocktail stolen immediately following Rue Morgue's execution. Acme Prison is working with the DEA to find the stolen cocktail. It's a federal matter now. Adele, I need a warrant for the Narcotics Automated Inventory Tracking System records. In particular, the internal affairs investigation of missing lethal injection cocktail.